Hello, welcome to Cloud Technologies. In our previous video, we have seen how we can install MySQL database in our Windows laptop. Now, in this video, we will see how can we create a database and how can we create a simple student table so that you will understand how can you use the workbench, MySQL Workbench. Okay, so let's get started. To access the workbench, just go to your start menu, search for MySQL Workbench, and if it is installed recently, it will show up here. Otherwise, you can search for Workbench. Then double click on it, it will get open for you like this. This is actually UI where you are going to create databases, tables, and everything by using this graphical user interface, which is very easy for you to work with all the MySQL features. Otherwise, few requirements will be there in your real-time projects. You will not get access to this workbench. In that case, you need to do that by using command prompt, but which is a little difficult because you need to remember all the commands if you use the command prompt. But by using this MySQL workbench, you no need to remember any commands like create table, insert data into the table, or select the table. You don't need to remember anything. It will be very easy for you to handle. Okay, so let's see how we can do that by using MySQL Workbench. Before you start, actually you need to give the connection details here. You have to create a new connection with your server details. While installing this MySQL server, you have given one root admin and root password, right? So you have to provide those details here to connect this workbench to your server. So you have installed MySQL server and workbench. Both things we have installed, right? If you remember, we have installed shell also. Shell is nothing but command prompt. We have installed three things: server, workbench, shell. Shell is command prompt. This workbench is by using this UI, and the server is the main thing where we are going to store the data. So you need to provide that server details in order to connect this workbench UI. So to do that, under this MySQL connections, click on plus sign here. You can give any name here. I will give local connection because the server is there in my local, but in your real-time projects maybe you will not get server details. You will not get complete server access. There you have, I mean, you are not going to install the server in your laptop. You need to get only the details. You need to access it. That's it. You should not install server in your real-time projects. So this is our practice purpose. We have installed server in our personal laptop. So you need to give any name. I have given local connection because the server is in my laptop. Now username is root by default. While installing the database, that is root. We didn't change that, right? So you need to provide the password here. Just click on store in vault. So here you have to provide the password. It should be the same password while you are installing the server you have given, right? The same password you need to provide here. So I have entered my password. You can test this connection if you entered the all details correctly or not. Just click on test connection. See, successfully made the MySQL connection. So you have entered the correct details and your connection is successful. So just click on OK and double click here in this connection. It will open up a new window for you. So here you need to create a new database and new table. Let's see how we can do that. So to create a new database, you have to click here. This is the one. If you can place it, it will show you the schema. Create a new schema. So in order to create a new table, first you have to create a new database, because each database will contain any number of tables. For your new connective database, I mean for your new tables, you have to create a new database first, then you have to create a tables. So to create a new database, click on this symbol. Here it will show you the schema name. Here you can give a new schema name. You can say MyClat schema. You can give any name here, and yeah, you can just click on apply. See, once you click on apply, it will show you the SQL script. This is the script, like this is the command you have to execute while you are creating a schema by using command prompt. as we have created by using this workbench, it will show you this command. We don't need to remember anything. You can just give the name and click on apply. But in general, you have to remember, you have to learn on this table commands in order to execute, in order to create databases, tables, everything in your server. So this is the script it is showing here. If you want to learn, you can just copy it and then paste it somewhere in Notepad. You can practice it by using command prompt. Okay, so first you can just practice with workbench, then take all these commands and copy one Notepad. You can practice with the same commands in command prompt, just to remember all these commands, because as I said earlier, like in your real-time projects, if you don't have access to this workbench, you have to do all these things by using command prompt. So it's better to remember everything. Okay, I am actually going to copy all these things in one Notepad, just you to do the same. Okay, so here you don't need to do anything. Here it is actually showing you the script. You can just click on apply and see execute SQL statements. SQL scripts successfully applied to the database. So just click on finish. Now if you can see, your new database is appearing here. In this you need to create a new table. So to create a new table, expand your database. Here you have tables, right? Right click here, select create new table. You can give table name here and create the columns one by one here. Okay, so in my example, I would like to create a student table. I would like to show you one sample table, how we can create, how you can enter all these details. So in order to create a student table, I would like to have these columns: student number, student name, course, mobile number, email, and password here. So these are all the fields I would like to create in my table. So these fields are nothing but columns in table. Okay, so let's create all these tables one by one. All these columns one by one in the table. But before that, you have to analyze one thing. So which field is having which data type? So we have different data types in our data, right? So number data type, numeric. I mean, numeric data type is nothing but number data type, because it will accept only numbers. Where or character data type, it will accept all the characters, only letters. We have another data type which will accept numbers as well as characters. That type will be applicable to this email field. Result password year usually have only numbers, right? So it will have numeric data type. Likewise, you have to first finalize the column names, and you have to list out all the data types so that you can create the table with all these columns. So I have to create a column, all these columns in my table. So student number, student name, let me create one by one. So first column is student. You can just double click here, you can give the name. Okay, student number, and data type you can select integer, because integer is nothing but numeric value. It will accept only numeric value. Okay, and you have to select this is not null value. See, if you can place the cursor here, it will show you the abbreviation not null value. It means sometimes some fields, some requirements in real-time projects will have few fields can be empty. So if you don't enter any data in the table also, that will be fine. But in few requirements, you have to have at least one value in that field. You should not have empty fields in your table. So if you have a requirement like if you should not have empty fields, you need to select this checkbox also, which is not null. So you have to enter at least any default value. This is primary key. Belongs to the primary key. Okay, so what is primary key? Primary key is the unique key, because if you can observe, student number, every student will have unique student number, separate student number will not be duplicate. Few students will have same name. Let's say Ramu is a name. In your class you will find 2 to 3 students with the same name. Maybe surname is different, but student number is unique. Unique means particular student will have only same unique student number. Student number is not getting duplicated. So if you would like to select this field as a non-duplicate field, you can select this as a primary key. So student number field is primary key. So I have selected this. By default, these two fields are getting selected. You can check it. So this is the second column. Okay, here you need to give the second column name, student name, which is varchar, and you can select this data type. Student number is integer. Okay, so you can just select integer, and student name is varchar. Varchar means it will accept all the characters, so it should be not null, it should not be primary key. Every table will have only one primary key field, one field is unique, remaining may not be primary keys in general. So we have entered two columns. We have to create course, mobile, email. So let's create all the columns like this. So you can just click here, um, course. Course is also varchar, and it should be not null. Then mobile, email, password, year. We have to create three more columns. So just click here. Mobile. Mobile is just mobile number will have only digits, right? So you need to select the data type as integer again because it have only numbers, and this is also not null value. We have to enter all the students mobile numbers. Next column, email. Email field will have all the numbers as well as text, right? So you can select varchar only. See, if we have lot of data types here. Okay, binary data type, date time. If you have any date time field, you can select this data type. If you have numbers, integer, you can select. And if you have this characters kind of stuff like numbers and digits, if your field will accept numbers and digits, you can select a varchar by default. So like that, you can select different data types based on your column requirement. Okay, so course, mobile, email. Another last column we have to create pass out year. Sorry, passed out year. Usually year is year will have only 4 digits. You can select integer, or also we have direct year data type is also available here. You can select that. If not set new data type. That's okay. Okay, we have it has some issues I think. So just select integer. We will see the year data types everything later. As of now, just select the integer. Okay, likewise you have created all the, you have to give all the column names. Now you can apply, click on apply here, it will show you the script. See, this is the script, this is SQL script. If you want to create the same table by using command prompt, okay, we didn't change the table name. One second. So here the table name is new table only, we need to create the, give the table name also, student table. Now click on apply. So if you can see in the schema or database which you have created earlier, MySQL schema, that is your database name. In that database you are going to create student table. So this is the script, SQL script. You have to remember this script in order to create the same table by using command prompt. As we are using Workbench, this is a very advantage for newcomers or new students. You don't need to remember these commands and all. You can just enter all the details graphically and you can just click on apply. So review SQL script, this is advantage of Workbench. It will show you the complete script if you want to learn all these things. Okay, so just click on apply, finish. Okay, so if you can see, expand this, you will see the table here. You will see all the columns also, you can see by expanding this table and columns. Okay, so now we have created the table, we have to enter the data into the table. Because the table is empty now, we have just created the structure of the table. We have to enter the data like this, all the student data you have to enter into the particular table. So let's see how we can do that. You need to just right click on your table, click on select rows. So if you want to see what is the data available in existing table, this is the script. Usually select a star from your database name dot to table name. Okay, this is the script, you can just copy if you want to see what is the data available in table. But as of now, we don't have any data in the table, right? We don't have any data in the table, we have to enter the data. So what you have to do by here, you can just double click here and enter the details. This is the student number, under student name and data, I mean course, mobile number, email, test@gmail.com something, password year 2021, like that. You can give any number of student details, but if you remember, student number is the primary key we have selected, so you have to give different numbers, different values to the student number, but you can give any names to the other fields, but it should not be empty fields because we have selected not null value, right? So you can give any number, testset@gmail.com something, so password year 2022, like that. Okay, so once you enter all the details, you can just select, click on apply. It will show you the script. So this is the SQL script to insert data into your table. This is also a very important script. You have to insert data into the table by using this command, insert into table name, and all the column names you have to mention in the braces, and after that you have to use values keyword, then in the braces you have to enter values. Okay, you can select these commands, you can save it somewhere, because while creating the table, while you select the data in the table, you have to use this same script with the different values. You can do it by using command prompt. Now you don't need to do anything, it is showing the script for you. Okay, click on apply. Okay, out of range. Okay, so for mobile number we have given random numbers, right? So we have entered different numbers, so just give proper number, click on apply, and copy the new script, because this script will also throw error. Okay, now click on apply. See, now the script is correct, so it is applied, so click on finish. Now if you can just right click on the table, click on select rows, it will show you the existing details. This is the command to see what is data available in your table. So you can copy this command also like earlier. So I hope you understand how to create a database and how to create a table, how to enter the data to that table by using MySQL Workbench. Okay, so let's meet in another video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe Cloud Technologies. Thank you.